What's going on, YouTube? This is Drustew. Put that video online here a couple days ago, actually 2 days ago, and healing with the C4, the Drustew view, and had some guys, got a lot of subscribers, and had some guys ask, we'd like some pointers on our healing. There's not a lot out there, and there's quite a bit out there if you look, but some guys just don't break it down. And what I'm going to try to do in under 9 minutes is give you 3 different points on how you can really, 3 of the main points of roping the healing dummy. I'm just going to boil it down like that. The angle of our swing, our hand on our delivery, and maintaining contact with our rope and what that's going to do for our delivery. So there's about 3,000 steps between those 3, but those are 3 main ones. And if you can heel a little bit, or if you can swing a rope a little bit, I'm going to assume that you can do all that, so I'm not going to get into coiling your rope and all that jazz. This is kind of an intermediate deal from a 2 up to a 9, okay? So, first thing that is like 0.5 on the deal instead of step 1 is left leg forward when we're healing. We're always in the left lead. If you're in the right lead, if you don't know what it feels like to be in the left lead, then when you're loping your horse around in a circle, it's going to feel like this if he's in the right lead. So if you're going around in that left circle warming your heel horse or head horse up, it's going to feel like it's always kicking your right hip forward if he's in the right lead, which is the wrong lead. Get it? So we always want to be in the left lead. Left hip forward, left foot forward. I'm not going to step into the dummy. I'm not going to come in here and step. Main reason is for this: when you're heeling, you should be rated off. Okay, even if you're dumping it on the switch, you should be rated off. Your heel horse should be rated. We're going down the arena. Our headers got them. Even at a U.S. Open somewhere, or a World Series Open, when we got a heeling barrier up, we might be in there a little bit later, but most of the time we're going to be up there kind of right next to the steer, a little ways back, and we want to be rated. So when we come across the arena, we're going the same exact speed, so it's going to be just like roping this if we're kind of loping along. See, that's a pretty good lope, huh? It's got a pretty good gait. It's real smooth. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our angle. GoPro camera, that's where it's up to you. This is going to be our angle. A little bit to the left, not to the right, not too flat. A little bit to the left, not to the right, not too flat. There's a reason for that. First of all, when I do my hand, my rope's going to do exactly what my hand does. If I'm planing it like this, my rope's going to plane that way. If I'm planing it like this, my rope's going to plane underhand like this. The reason we want to pull it a little bit to the left is because we want a rope coming back to us. What does that mean? It's very, very easy. If you are swinging a rope, everything's in a circle. When you open your hand, centrifugal force carries that rope on a tangent. It goes in a straight line. So if I'm swinging over here like this, and I'm going to heel me a steer like this, and I let go of my rope, I half-headed the dummy, okay? My rope shoots forward. So what I want to do, instead of doing this and shooting my rope, even if I'm trying to catch feet, it's going to go forward and it's going to catch a front leg. So what I want to do is I want to plane that rope a little bit to the left, because if I'm swinging my rope to the left like this, and I open my rope, my rope's gonna be kind of coming back to me. It's gonna be coming backward. And really and truly, that's what you want when you're heeling. You want your rope to come back to you. Well, that still doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, well, let's show it to you. So, we have our tip over here. Watch what happens. That tip went from up there back to here for a couple reasons. Because it hits the right leg and physics tells it that it's got to go that way, and then it hits the other leg and physics tells it it's got to come back here. It stops it, but it still sends it back to me. The flatter my swing is, the more it's going to just pitch that tip this way. If a flatter swing is going to keep pitching that rope this way, and this way, and this way, and that depends on how that swing angle comes. So the more my swing angle gets this way, the further that tip is going to be going that way. If you could bring it where it was coming straight back, then you'd rope straight down and it would come straight back to you like that. So that's why we do our angle that way. Our angle. A little to the left, down, and it comes back to me. That tip is coming back to me. Okay? Second thing we're going to work on, our hand. This is the deal that gets us all, because we see all those cool pictures in spin to win and super looper and online and on the videos. We slow it down in slow motion, and what do we see every single time? We see the heeler come around the corner and his hand is like that. Every time. His hand is like this, or he's reaching for a slack. See how it's flat, it's out like that? We don't want to do that on the dummy. Guys, gals, you want to make sure that your hand is coming in, and it's coming in like you're shaking hands. Even giving a little kick under, a little tickle under there with your pinky. Okay? The reason for that is going back to this rope does exactly what your hand does. Tip of my fingers is the tip of my rope. The Honda is my thumb. The pinky in the back of my hand is going to be the back of my rope. It is the same. It's just like a huge glove. So if I'm trying to catch this rope with just my hand, and hopefully in this GoPro you can see this angle, if I come down here like this, bam, top strand is going to hit the hock, bottom strand is going to hit right between the hock and his toes, and it's going to wrap me high. I'm going to go like this. Bam. Gosh dang it. Keep missing. I keep missing again. I hate heeling. I just want to break those legs off. Okay, we don't want to break legs off. We want to be good to our steers. So we want to go like this, and we want that bottom strand to go underneath that right leg, and it'll carry itself underneath. Actually, it never even really goes underneath that left leg if it's done all right. It's going to come there, and that top strand is going to carry it around. The tip's going to come back, and we're going to dally, and we're going to be like 6'5", and we're going to win a truck. Okay? So right now, we want tip to the left, and we want to shake hands. And I even kick it under a little bit. The question of the day was, well, do I follow through like a header, or do I follow through like a heeler? Well, you follow through like a heeler, because if you follow through like a header, you'd be roping the horns. If you want to follow through heading, you rope like this, and you turn your thumb over like that, because you carry that top strand across that left horn, and then you pull your slack. Heeling, we want to be here, and we want to come underneath and make sure it's going under. Okay? So right now, step 1, angle of our rope. Step 2, our hand stays like this. Step 3 is going to kind of take care of itself a little bit, and that is maintaining contact with your rope. You want to swing, shake hands. Look at that, it never comes out of my hand. Okay? Never comes out of my hand. We see these pictures where they're going like this, and even on this GoPro camera, you slow those heeling runs down that I'm roping, and my hand is going to be coming like that, but my delivery back here is dang sure flat, and then it starts rolling over to get my slack. But on the dummy, we want to use this to overemphasize everything. So we're going to swing here, shake hands, not let go of our rope. Do that drill until you get her figured out. Okay, I kind of banged it off that left leg a little bit, but do that drill right there a bunch. If you're doing that drill and somebody says, well, that drill don't make no sense to me, that guy doesn't rope very good. So, right here, 2 feet. And the main reason is, Patrick Smith will teach you that drill, Alan Bach will teach you that drill, Clay O'Brien Cooper will teach you that drill, and everybody else in the world that heels really good will teach you that drill. So that's the only reason I'm telling you to do that drill. Over here to the left. Okay. So tip, angle, shake hands, maintain control, then we go to roping it the right way. That wasn't a real good loop. It kind of bounced around, but it still caught 2 feet. And tip, shake hands, maintain control. Another not real good loop. Another thing that you can look at, like this loop right here is a pretty good example. You'll see my Honda is kind of back here, and it looks like it's kind of driving everything this way a little bit. When you hold on to your rope, you can control where you put that back of your rope. This part of your rope right back here, okay? you can control that. Set it a little bit to the right. See it a little bit further over there to the right. Set it to the right again. And that'll get into trapping, and that's another video. Tip, shake hands, keep your hand open. Those other loops are looking better than those. There we go. You guys that are working, guys, this is a kind of video for you. You meaning all of us that have jobs. You got to get out and rope these dummies and just do the fundamentals. That's why there's not 30 different things on this video. There's just 3. Our tip, maintaining our hand, and control of our rope.